You are listening to AM Thunder, the official pay-per-view review show of Kayfabe Talk Radio. And now your hosts, Eric the Red and Mr. Bonesaw. Alright, everybody. Welcome to this week of AM Thunder, actually. WWE TLC review. I am Eric the Red, joined along with, as always,
Mr. Bonesaw.
And, very, interesting pay-per-view. A lot more interesting than what it would have been if everyone was sick. Oh, well, not sick, I mean.
Yeah, can the WWE universe constantly get meningitis? I think we'd be getting better pay-per-views.
Can the Pots come back? Can they make a return?
Can we just get like Sunny to come back and just like rub her like nasty woman jizz all over everyone that we don't like?
Where's the Swan Fillet? Can that make a return? Hey, by the way, I love, you know how big of a Punk fan I am, but I just gotta say this. I like how, like, an illness from, like, the 19 and 1800s comes back before CM Punk does.
Oh, man. No, meningitis is still around. It's weird because it fucks with your voice, and I think, weirdly enough, I think Enzo might be getting it too, because the way his voice was sounding.
No, I didn't really pay attention to his promo on Monday, but, if it was, yeah, I just fucking fast-forwarded it, but, I mean, like, if he sounded the same on Monday, then yeah, maybe, but I don't know, man, because he worked Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, so he might be alright.
Yeah. I guess. Maybe, I don't know, I was just, like, when I listened to it, I was like, is he sick too? Because meningitis fucks with your voice. It fucks with your throat a lot, like, so you kind of sound like, Minnie Mouse. So.
I'm just picturing fucking Bray Wyatt sounding like Minnie Mouse there.
Oh, he already fucking does, Miss Sister Abigail. Oh, it's all like this. I have the worlds. and Doucheman is like, ah!
Believe that.
It's like someone like fucking grabbing him by the balls too hard.
Bo Dallas has already sounded like Minnie Mouse for like a decade.
Oh God.
Believe. Anyway, we start off with the pre-show match. I didn't watch this one, but I heard it was good. Sasha Banks defeating Emma.
It was alright. They've done this match a million times. We all knew who was gonna go over.
I mean, that's kind of why I didn't care to watch it. I was just like, I've seen this already. They put on a good match. Whatever.
Alicia, no, it was a good match. I'm not gonna like rag about it. You know, honestly, all the women's matches were pretty good in this pay-per-view. I think this was probably still, like, I'd still say this was better than the championship match. I think the championship match was the weakest out of all the women's matches in the card.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go on to it later on, but I don't know. I think Alicia did some good heel work. I liked what she was doing, where she was like, you know, she was being really cocky, and then when she started to get her ass kicked, she was like, you know, like she actually started like crying and like, you know, like showing like this weird like pity to her, like so you kind of like feel bad, but and then as soon as like Sasha Banks lowered her guard, she like fucking like took advantage. So I thought that was good heel work on her end, but we've seen this match a million times already.
Right. I don't
Yeah,
know, man. It's just no one could have brought me to see it. I was like, whatever. And then like, you know, next up we had I gotta know what you think of this because there's a lot of debate on how this match should have went down. Asuka defeating Emma by submission, which was a longer match. It was like 9 minutes and 25 seconds. Do you think, before we expand on this, do you think what they did was okay? Or do you think that she should have been killing Emma within like 30 seconds?
Well, Emma's not a jobber though. She's an actual like legitimate talent. I understand people don't want like a they didn't want a Nakamura versus Ziggler moment where Ziggler keeps losing and losing and losing. Emma's not like she's not a jobber on the women's side of things though. She's just good enough that she can like hang with like Alexa Bliss and Charlotte and Bailey and Sasha Banks. But you know, if it was honestly, if it was somebody like what's her face, like if it was like somebody like I'll say if it was like what the fuck is it? Dana Brooke. If it was somebody like Dana Brooke or somebody that was like Lana and they're like they gave her a competitive match, and I'd be like, no, that's fucking stupid. But somebody like Emma, who's a pretty good worker, and they actually did have like a good stiff match, I was okay with it. And it's never been where like Asuka's been like an outright killer, like she has to work for her matches. So we'll see going forward if she's like struggling with every single match. Then I would say, yeah, maybe you should book her a little bit stronger. But I mean, to be honest, it makes sense because this girl has never been on a pay-per-view before. Well, they've said she's never been booked in a singles match on a pay-per-view before, and considering this girl is this woman that was like killing everybody or beating everybody down in NXT, and you're hearing all this stuff. Obviously, you're gonna work yourself up to be like an actual match. I personally I like the match. I think it was stiff. They did a lot of good spots. I think the crowd got out of it for a while because then they slowed down the pace of it. But there was some fucking sick spots, like the fucking leg block into a freaking suplex.
Oh, I love when Asuka does that. And she didn't. Yeah, I noticed that Asuka did a lot of her really good NXT spots. Like she's done that. She does the thing where the girl's on the apron and she does the hip attack. I love the way she fucking just out of nowhere hooks that, like, does like a fucking like where she jumps in the air and just goes into the armbar. Like, she pulls it off fucking beautifully. Which you don't really see anyone get into a submission like that. But I feel like a move like that could be eventually like another way for her to end the match. I don't know. I do think, like, I'm kind of in between here. I'm all for people giving a competitive showing, but at the same time, I do think, should have the match been almost 10 minutes? No. But it shouldn't have been 30 seconds either. So I'd say it could have told a good story within, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes. Emma shouldn't have gotten as much offense as it. Basically, I hate to say it, but Asuka should be Brock Lesnar. Not in the sense of, oh, don't always show up. Be the Brock Lesnar that does more than just fucking suplex and dance around in the ring. Be an ass kicker. Fucking just constantly throw strikes. Constantly do this. Or even do a little like what Aleister Black's doing, where like look calm, collected, like I'm not sweating you, and then once someone goes to attack you, boom, you're in a fucking armbar, you're in a fucking leg hold, you're in this, you're in that move. So it could have been a little more. It could have been a little more on the offense side for Asuka, but you know, overall, I didn't hate the match. I thought it was pretty good.
To be honest, I was more I was more involved for that match than I was for when Nakamura came up. With that like piss poor match he had with Ziggler.
See that I was like, that should have been. Oh, definitely that should have been a fucking squash because. Listen, I'm sorry. I was a Ziggler fan once upon a time. I think
everybody was a Ziggler fan once upon a time.
Dead in the water.
Yeah, he's dead in WWE. I think he can save himself if he once he's able to be done with his contract.
He's got to go to Japan bad. Yeah, bad. Yeah. And I don't mean like. Because the one thing I hate, I want to say, I know this isn't related to the pay-per-view, but one thing I hate, though, when you say go to Japan, everyone's immediately, it's the Bullet Club, you gotta go to the Bullet Club. No. Go to Japan, fucking, be creative. There's a lot more.
There's other factions, and sometimes you don't even need a faction. Look at Juice Robinson. He's had phenomenal matches.
I was just gonna say, you took the words out of my mouth. I was just gonna say, you know what? I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind if you had Ziggler and Juice Robinson as like a stellar tag team.
Oh, that'd be fucking fantastic. Like kind of like how like Ronpunky Vice.
Yeah, like they're not really like they're faces and you know they're good guys and all, but they have like that little bit of an edge to them. They're not full blown baby face. They have a little of a mean streak in the ring. So yeah, man, they could be like a good fucking tag team together. But you know, and the segue into a tag team, we got Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann defeating Gentleman Jack Gallagher and Brian Kendrick.
That fucking match was amazing.
And I gotta just say this before you expand on your thoughts on this match. I'm finally glad people really got to, like, see what these guys can really do. You know, I've seen a good handful, I've seen a lot of these guys in the indies. I mean, Kendrick has been WWE and out of WWE for years, so a lot of us can know what he can do, but I'm glad people finally got to see what these guys can do. They finally went out there and fucking killed it, in my opinion.
The thing is, it's mind-boggling because it's like they could be doing this all the time. They could be putting on these fantastic cruiserweight matches, and we keep getting these like slow, winding matches that are like, how is this any different from the regular roster?
And because they're told to dwindle things down.
Do you think this was because they were trying to figure out how to a way of adding time to the pay-per-view? So they were like, oh, okay, we had this and this set up because now we can't do this anymore because people are sick. They ended up giving more time to the cruiserweights.
Well, really, I'm looking here. They only had 8 minutes, so I don't really think that was really. I don't think that was what gave them the. You know what I think it was. The match length was always going to be the same, but you know what I think happened was. I'll put it to you this way. If Roman and Bray Wyatt were on this card, and I know people are going to be confused when I say this, if Roman and Bray Wyatt were on this card, you would have seen this match been watered down. But the fact that we were getting Finn Balor and AJ Styles last minute and Kurt Angle's thrown into the main event, yeah, that's basically that was like the catalyst right there for these cruiserweights to go, hey, go out there and kill it. You know, go out there and, you know, bust your asses. Because you're gonna have you have a match that people are gonna be marking out for, and you have Kurt Angle's return. So go out there and fucking just do what you guys do.
So
And
basically, what you're saying is if they weren't there, they would water it down to make Roman or Doucheman and the trend the trend Transylvania transvestite. Oh god, it's like WWE like Vince watched like fucking Rocky Horror Picture Show. It was just like, Bray, that's your new gimmick.
No, Bray now is if Caitlyn Jenner was in Cape Fear.
Oh god.
But back to the match. Like I said, they did a lot of shit in here that you would see in an NXT ring or even in an indie match. I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised that they that Swan and Alexander went over.
Really?
I thought the heels were going over. I thought they were gonna do like another match, down the line, like a rematch. Yeah,
the faces went over really a lot in this. I think the only heel that won in the entire pay-per-view was Alexa.
And Enzo too.
Oh yeah, Enzo too. Yeah, it was only like two. All the faces won that in this pay-per-view. What was the next match? It was the women's championship.
Yes, it was Alexa Bliss defending the belt against Mickie James. I hate to do this. I gotta expand. Expand on this real quick. I gotta step away for 1 second. I'm gonna turn my speakers up, but
he's jerking off.
Yeah, not like Bobby.
Oh. Yeah. Now Bobby kind of looks like the Grimace. He got like a purple haircut. It's pretty bad. Yeah, he looks like he's gonna be giving out McNuggets at a kiddie McDonald's, like one of those like little playgrounds that they have in the back of the McDonald's. Yeah. I wonder if he does that. He'll just dress up as the Grimace and give out McNuggets.
Wait, what was that?
Oh no, I was talking to the audience and saying that Bobby has this weird new purple haircut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he looks like, and I was saying like they have those playgrounds in the McDonald's. Like they're just gonna like hire him to like hand out McNuggets.
Not man, he's Barney.
No, he's the fucking Grimace. He's Grimace.
Yeah, he has the same smile as Grimace.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I mean, he likes dressing up as a clown too, so he could have, like when he's not the Grimace, he can be Ronald McDonald.
he's got that 3 faces of Alfie.
Oh god.
All right, yeah, but yeah, Alexa. I'm gonna be honest.
I was just bored with this match, though. Really?
Yeah, decent match. I don't know. It was. It wasn't lighting the world on fire, and then to me the finish was a little lazy. Like the whole, her head went into the turnbuckle. Which, by the way, I'm just gonna say this. Why the fuck? I've always hated the idea of the wrestlers selling the turnbuckle pad, which, not for nothing, that shit's fucking cushion. I get the whole, if you throw them hard enough, you feel the rung, you feel the actual turnbuckle. Not all the time. Not the way they gingerly fucking place their head on the fucking on the fucking turnbuckle pad. So
Yeah,
I always
but
thought that was a little
she's a
hokey.
heel. She's supposed to do the extra work to take the fucking pad off. Take the pad off.
Well, hey, by the way, I'm just not for nothing. You know, like when they do, like when they go, you know, in between matches, they do this with pay-per-views too. In between matches, they'll show like a little vignette or they'll show like a video package, and they'll dim the lights, and you'll see ring crew changing the ring mats. You mean to tell me you can't have someone going into that corner and like, I don't know, rigging the turnbuckle pad so all Alexa has to do is just rip it off and boom, it flies off? Like, you mean, like, you couldn't, like, design, like, a turnbuckle pad that has, I don't know, just Velcro? Or something easy for her to just yank off? Because, not for nothing, if she stands there fucking on, this little girl's untying the fucking thing, she's gonna take forever. I'm sorry. Because some of these people don't know how to do that properly.
But they should teach them to know how to do that in the quickest way possible. Like, I don't know, go for an eye rake, and then when she's on the ground, like, trying to, like, or I don't know, go out of your way to do heel things. I hate when heels are lazy, because it's like, the whole point of you being champion is that you're not, the heel champion is not the best wrestler. He or she is the one that is basically fucking you over because he knows how to beat you because he cheats or she cheats. Now you're supposed to go out of your way, eye gouge, hit them in the nuts. I don't know. We've never seen this. Kicking a fucking chick in the pussy. We've never seen that. You know how funny that would be if fucking Alexa just kicked Mickie James right in the pussy? Like, come on, like, do something heelish. You know, like, you can't just go, oh, well, I'm gonna say really nasty things, but then when it comes to, like, you know, being a heel, like, the most I'll do is just, like, take a count out, or I'll use a legal weapon sometimes. That's fucking lazy. Like, Eddie Guerrero used to, like, do shit where he would throw, like, obviously this is the most, like, one of the most famous heel things to do would be, like, pretending he was knocked out by the chair and throwing the chair in the other guy's hands when the referee finally got his shit together. That's heel work. Raking a guy's eyes and going for a roll-up or pulling the tights up, which, yeah, that's lazy because everyone does it. But then, you know, you have to do other things. That's why, look, that's the reason Jinder Mahal doesn't work. Because he's fucking lazy. He's a lazy fucking heel. Like, that's why we like The Miz, because The Miz always has, like, some kind of new convoluted way of winning. That's how you make a heel. When you do, like, stupid bullshit where, you just had somebody, interfere for you.
Being a heel in wrestling nowadays is almost like if you're gonna be a troll on like YouTube or anywhere on the internet, where like people like post like dumb comments like, "Oh, you're fucking fat," or "Oh, you're a loser, you're a virgin." It's like it's no different than like the heels are like, "Oh, roll up, oh." I'm gonna throw your head into the padded turnbuckle. No, take the turnbuckle off. Dude, motherfucker, had William Regal or Ric Flair taught you anything in, I don't know, brass knucks? But no, we can't do that anymore because of the kiddies. Which, no, we'll get more into that.
Oh, the head injury too. Like the concussion.
Well, I remind myself of what I really wanted to talk about. We'll talk about that when we do actual KTR, but basically, you could do a little more heel work. And then in this match, I don't know. And also, too, I did not like this feud between Alexa and Mickie. Not that I don't like the pairing. I don't like the story where it's, Mickey's old. Yeah, by the way, two things. One, Mickey's fucking good looking for fucking someone, you know.
That's pushing 40, yeah.
Yeah, well, even then, that's not old. I'm sorry. To WWE, I understand it's like a poke. It's poking at the fucking machine because in WWE terms, yeah, you're an old battle axe, yeah. But like, she still fucking looks tremendous, and it's like, oh, you're old, you're old, you're old. One, she looks tremendous, and two, fucking, I hate to say it, but you just debuted Asuka, who's just barely right around the same age as her.
Who also looks tremendous.
Who also looks fucking tremendous. And, like, there's, like, oh, the Empress of Tomorrow. I'm looking at the age, because I heard she was, like, 38 or whatever. Alright, she's 36. She's 2 years younger than Mickey. Like, that's, and not for nothing, too, you also got fucking a guy, like, who's also later on this card, AJ Styles, who's fucking 40.
Yeah, and the guy he was facing is 35.
Yeah, so like, what is with this? Oh, you're old. Oh, you're a fossil. You're your grandma.
That's like if
and also too,
anyone had said that. Well, that would be like if Roman or fucking Puke had said that to John Cena when they were freaking facing him in the past couple of months. Oh, you're old, John Cena.
I'm looking now. Alexa's 26. So, I mean, I hate to tell you, 26 isn't that young. In my mind, 26 ain't as young as it's not young enough to make fun of 38-year-olds. I could put it to you that way.
Yeah, it's only like a 12-year difference.
12 years is not that long of a time. If she was like, I don't know, 20, 19, and she's going, and then she's like, oh, you're 20 years older than me, you're old. But 12 years, get it, come on, be more creative. I would have even been fine if she said, oh, here we go, taking away a spot from a young talent. We gotta dust off someone from the Ruthless Aggression era. Well, then I'd be like, all right.
She's wearing like the cowgirl like chaps and everything and the jeans.
Yeah,
I would have had her make fun of her. I would have had her call her a hick.
Oh, we can't use the word hick. Well, I mean, yeah, really? We can't use the word hick. It's offensive.
Oh, fuck you.
I know. Oh, I know. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But anyway, let's run through the rest of this shit. So we got Enzo defeating Kalisto and dude, this match was fucking boring. This was, I don't know, this was fucking boring.
Oh, it's because Enzo can't work.
Apparently, according to some shows out there, he did a really good job as a heel. Heel work in this match.
You have a guy with a fucking mask. Okay, instead of going for an eye gouge, I'd pull the fucking mask down on the guy.
I would pull the mask off. You shitting me?
No, I wouldn't pull the mask. Pulling the mask off is too far because you kind of still have to respect the Lucha Libre.
Well, dude, we were just talking about heel heat. That's perfect heel heat. Oh, how could he disrespect the luchador culture and the Mexican culture? That's cruel.
I think that's a little too far. I think I would go with like remember when what the hell
Hey, listen, a month ago we just had Kevin Owens out in the ring on SmackDown saying that Shane shouldn't have fucking survived the helicopter crash, and you're telling me ripping off a luchador's mask is too far? Come on.
I guess. I'm not saying it's too far because I would be upset with it. I'm just saying because the community with Lucha Libre would lose its shit. And it's also kind of disrespectful to the wrestler itself.
Del Rio, but Del Rio did it accidentally, and no one batted an eye. They fuck, dude. They do it a lot. They did it a good amount of times on Lucha Underground. So I don't know. I personally, I think it would be fine.
I guess. I don't know. I would go as far as like when Murray Skrull I think it was a Pentagon Jr. He tied the freaking mask to the ring apron.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That would have been awesome.
He started kicking the shit out of him. That would have been freaking cool.
Yeah, that would have been good heel heat. All right, that would have been good heel heat. Yeah,
so it's kind of like
fine.
Disrespecting him, but it's not going as far as to like actually remove the mask. Because I guess you can get away with it if it's accidental, but if you did it, I think a lot of people were like, you know, this is traditional. Don't do that. Would be like fucking going ape shit.
But also too, not like that it matters because Ray was unmasked already. But I remember CM Punk did it to Ray, or no, I'm sorry, I think it was Jericho. One of them did it. It was either Punk or Jericho. Where Ray was going for like the 619, and then like they grabbed a hold of the mask, and it just came right off. But again, I guess that really didn't matter because we already knew what he looked like.
Yeah.
But all right.
I guess you know what? If the wrestler's down to do that, I guess
that's what I'm saying. If Kalisto was like, yeah, fine, I'll do it. If the guy that plays Kalisto, if he was like, yeah, okay, I'll do it, then yeah. Because not for none, you're building sympathy for him, and then you're building fucking good fucking heel heat for Enzo by being a dick and go, oh, I don't give a crap. I'm from Jersey. I don't care about ripping the mask off from Mexico. That'll be good. But anyway, we got the shit show that it was.
Ooh, you know what would have been fucking great if you start wearing the he pulled it. He beat him. No. Because in Lucha Libre, once you beat somebody, then you can actually remove the mask. So it would have been great if he done it afterwards, like after he pinned him, and then pulled the mask off, and then like on Monday Night Raw, he started wearing the mask around.
Yeah, I would have him fucking come out wearing it. Because none for none, Kalisto's not fucking over at all.
Oh no. But it would have been hilarious. He comes out and he's like, oh, look at me! I'm a Power Ranger.
Yeah, he could have been creative with it. Anyway, we go from and I'm gonna intentionally skip this next match so we could talk a little more and better about it. The match that we're gonna talk about now real quickly is Jason Jordan against Elias. That was your time filler.
What was with the lead up? He just kept coming out with like vegetables.
Which is funny, because like he just kept throwing salad at Elias all night, and I'm like, yeah, he already looks ambiguously gay. Might as well fucking just throw salad.
Oh god.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Jason Jordan, he's just every time I see this guy, I'm like, we put him on Raw to do this. What? Why? I'm sorry, man. I'm happy Shelton's back, but Shelton should be the singles competitor. He should be the one fucking doing shit.
Well, Jordan should. They didn't know what to do with American Alpha when they were in SmackDown.
Put him on Raw. Put him on Raw, but don't say, oh, I'm Kurt Angle, I have a son. Just put him on fucking Raw then if you're like, oh, we have nothing to do with them. Because we have too many babyface tag teams, which they do, and supposedly now they're making fucking Ascension kind of babyfaces. You got like fucking 4 babyface teams down there, or 5, or whatever the fuck.
Oh, you have, but that's the problem. They have too many babyface. Like, okay, you really go through the roster, and at both brands, they have the same issues.
Yeah.
The same issues, and it's gotten to the point it's so bad that they had to bring back the fucking Shield to make them a tag team. Guys that were singles competitors for like the past like I don't know 3-4 years now, and now they're suddenly tag teams again. Come on. They have
What?
nothing. They had nothing to do with those two guys. They should have just been a tag team. But they something was up with. I don't know. Maybe Vince didn't like the American Alpha. That maybe he thought they were too close to Kurt Angle.
Well, I heard something along the lines. I heard something along the lines that they trademarked for the name back in 2015, and something like the claim or whatever expired, and like they had to change it because they didn't have the rights to the name or some bullshit.
Oh, that sounds like something WWE would do.
Yeah, so that basically, from what I've read and heard through some sources, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like they split them up, one for a legal reason, and two, oh, let's give Jason Jordan a chance because Vince thinks that Kurt Angle and Jason Jordan kind of look alike, which you have Gable right there, but, you know, I mean...
But, oh, come on, don't after the way that they utilized them, to be... You know what, to be honest, you know what would have gotten him over? Being a heel son.
Yeah.
Being like, I'm entitled to everything. He's my father. I should be champion. I should to have this, that.
Oh, you mean like give him EC3's gimmick, which maybe would work, actually?
Yeah.
I don't know. Watch like fucking... It's simple. Watch like 5 minutes of like EC3 on fucking YouTube. And think, fuck, we could do this right now with Jason Jordan.
Yeah.
We can make him a pretentious fucking douchebag who's like, oh, now that I found this out, okay, where's my title shot? Where's my Intercontinental title shot? Where's my tag team title? Where's all the gold? Where's everything? I want all this. My dad did this, I want that. And more.
You know what would be great? No, mix EC3 with early Kurt Angle. Like, his dad brings out, like, the Olympic medals, and he's, like, showing it off. And you have him where, like, I think that should be mine now. And he just beats the shit out of Kurt Angle and starts wearing the medals.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So he's like a mix of, like, early Kurt and EC3. That would have been a fucking fantastic, like, if they should have done that instead of making him this like weird face thing where it doesn't work, and the crowd doesn't know how to react to him. But weirdly enough, the crowd actually didn't boo the shit out of him. And I'm gonna bring up the one thing that I hated with this entire pay-per-view, and I love the pay-per-view. I fucking hated the crowd. I hated the crowd so much. This fucking Minneapolis crowd was just pissing me off. Like, they booed. They were the fucking Mark crowd, and it just bugged the shit out of me.
You know what? No, honestly, I used to rip on people for being marks a lot myself, but when you really think about it, marks in 2017. Okay, let me put it this way: marks in the 80s and 90s, they weren't always necessary. 'Cause like, if you had a group of people that were like the weirdos, you know what I'm talking about, like the ones that legitimately like people like, all right. Wrestlers now, like heel wrestlers, I don't know, like fucking Doucheman and Puke, love to throw around the idea of like trolls sitting in their parents' basement and, you know, hiding behind the keyboards. Those, you know, back in the Attitude Era and all that, in that period, yeah, you had those people, but they weren't doing that. They were more like, oh, I'm gonna go, you know, how do I put it without being, how do I make this friendly, without certain groups getting on my ass for saying something offensive? You have your people that are special, I guess is the best way you could explain it, that would go to wrestling shows and have the foam fingers and the hats and everything else, who look completely normal, but just mentally are off kilter. You had those people, and you didn't really need them all that much. Now, in 2017, when no one wants to watch the shit, yeah, you kind of need those people around. Because those are the people that are putting money in your pocket. And I'm not talking about the people, like, you know, not really us, but, like, the people that are out there that, like, don't have podcasts, that are, like, shit on people's work rate and shit on this and shit on that. But, you know, I'm talking about, like, the people that go, oh, man, I don't like Baron Corbin because he cheats. I don't like what Enzo's doing now because he's a cheater. He don't fight fair. Those are the people I'm referring to. The actual marks. Not, oh, you own merchandise, so you're a mark. No, I don't. There's more to it, buddy.
And I've actually read comments where they've said that, and then you always have like one wrestler, like they always put that on someone's Twitter, and then there's always one wrestler is like, and they always say the same thing, and it's always the funniest reaction because the wrestlers just like you can see them like sitting in the chair and like doing it like the Picard hand palm gesture, and it's just like they're heels. That's what they're scripted to do.
Yeah.
They're fucking heels. They are scripted to win like that. It is not real. It's a work, Bubby. It's a fucking work. And it just bugs the shit out of me because you see these people like fuck and like all the people that shouldn't be cheered for, they were cheering for. I was just like going insane. And then there was no crowd reaction for any of the heels, especially in the main event. And I was like, whoa. Miz and the rest of these guys have been getting pops like fucking crazy all over the country. And they go to the mid-fucking West, and obviously these fucking people are stone cold. Not like stone cold marks. I mean, they're fucking stone cold marks. Like, they're fucking marks.
Yeah.
Like, up the wazoo. No reaction for the heels. They were straight up booing them. And I was like, what are we back in the fucking 80s?
Good. Hey, that's what you need. That's what you need. I'm sorry. Isn't that what WWE wants? I hate to say it. I know this is something stupid for us to kind of disagree on, but good. Because you know why? Because I hate to say it, dude. Smart fans are killing the industry. They really are. So if you go to your marquee crowds, yeah, that's where WWE should go. I hate to say it. Maybe they should stop going to the smart audiences and leave that for the companies like, I don't know, Ring of Honor? Japan to come in and do those? Let WWE go to the marquee crowds, because then they get what they want. And then which would give us an outlet for more wrestling
like
we want.
Tiny microcosm in like the middle of fucking like the Midwest. Like I'm gonna like right now. If I had a fucking map, I would just draw a big ass circle in the middle of the country. And those are the same people that believe fucking Donald Trump is a good president and everything he says is real.
Again. WWE is pro-Donald Trump. The inner workings of WWE is pro-Donald Trump. Let them stay there. I'm serious. I'm serious, man. Just let WWE stay in the Midwest. It's perfect for them. And I don't mean Chicago, because that's a pretty smart audience. I'm sorry. Just let them stay in fucking shitholes in Indiana. Let them fucking stay in Milwaukee and Green Bay and all that shit. Let them go to the fucking ruins of fucking South Carolina and wherever the fuck in Minneapolis. Oh yeah, that's where they were on. That's right. They were in Minneapolis. Yeah, let them fucking stay there. Good. Fucking good. But I don't care what you say. Oh, what was a good reaction, what did get over pretty well, was AJ Styles versus Finn Balor, and the crowd, I thought, for this was very good. This was the closest to smart mark you would get all night. Is them just going too sweet?
They just did it because everyone else was doing it.
Yeah, because
like the first couple of crowds in the audience start doing it, and everybody else start copying it.
Yeah.
So they'd have no fucking idea what the hell they were even like cheering for. They were all doing the too sweet. But most of them are probably like, that's what I hate. I hate when fucking there's no, there's no continuity for them. They're just doing it because the rest of the crowd does it. Right. Think about it this way: you go up to any one of those crowd members and you go, "Oh, you like Japan, huh?" Oh, I don't know what you mean. You know that's from Japan, right? That the whole too sweet and they were in the Bullet Club. Oh, I was just doing it because everybody else is doing it.
Kind of like what the what chant was.
Oh.
Kind of like.
I'm sorry. I didn't feel like when they were doing that I liked the match. I liked the pay-per-view. I just thought, does this match really need to be in fucking Minneapolis and some fucking podunk city in the Midwest for a B-grade pay-per-view rather than a fucking WrestleMania or SummerSlam or Survivor Series where this match actually belonged because it was supposed to be historic because these were the two fucking leaders of the Bullet Club, and because Vince is so fucking still hard up on like ruining Bullet Club in general that they briefly mentioned the storyline, but they wouldn't fucking refer to Bullet Club.
Oh well, yeah, and like, but we'll touch on the spots that happened in the match, which I really enjoyed. I thought it was a little slow paced though, the match.
Early on.
Yeah, which is fine. You know what? I'd rather the match start out slow than start hot. Start hot, go slow, build up. You know, it's too much of a roller coaster. To do a slow build, get people like really like wanting it, and then boom, go full speed ahead. You know, but yeah, I love like a lot of spots they did. Like one of the ones that I really enjoyed was AJ's rebound Frankensteiner, where he jumped on the rope, and then he jumped on the rope on the side of where Finn Balor was sitting on the turnbuckle, and then did a fucking Frankensteiner. That was a fucking killer spot. I'm trying to think what else. Sunday feels like forever ago, so I'm trying to remember all the other spots. Help me out here.
When he went for the phenomenal forearm and
yes,
he pushed him off the top rope and he went tumbling down. That looked brutal. When they started fighting on the floor and they went over the announcer table.
Oh yeah, where they both like kind of like tackled each other.
Yeah. Ooh, when they did the Irish whip and they both went flying in the air. It was when they did the Irish whip and they both went to do like a sideways tackle and they like collided midair.
Right.
And then oh god! And then they both were able to get the Pele kick off, but they didn't call. Weirdly enough, they always called Finn Balor's kick the Pele kick until
they brought in AJ Styles.
Yeah, they brought AJ in, and then he was like, "Oh, it's the upward kick. It's very similar to the Pele. It's the fucking Pele kick. What are you, stupid?"
No, not really. Listen, I'm gonna tell you a difference. The Pele kick is what AJ does, where he does a kick and he practically lands on his stomach. What Finn does is not the Pele kick. They just called it that for the time being because they didn't think they were ever going to sign AJ Styles. WWE never thought they would. So they were like, okay, we'll just call it a Pele kick. So it never was a Pele kick. They were just calling it that because it looks similar.
It's close enough.
I would call it like a half Pele or whatever, or like a modified Pele. It's similar, but it's not quite. I don't know. It's a different version of it.
I don't know.
It's a variant. Whatever. And Finn went over with the coup de grace, which he was wearing the demon paint. We pretty much saw that coming.
I did like that they got some build up. I just think this pay-per-view didn't deserve all the good matches it got. This should have been a shitty pay-per-view. I think, why is it they can have this great last minute booking where everyone's happy with the pay-per-view, and then when they need to actually book a good pay-per-view, like they have all the months and all the time to book something fantastic, it's just shit.
Yeah,
it's just straight up shit. Like it's like backwards logic. It's like you have no time and you book a good pay-per-view with people that we want to see and matches that should be WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble worthy, and in B-list pay-per-views, you're doing good matches that don't make... And WrestleMania and SummerSlam, you have these shitbag matches that nobody wants to see, and we get that. Like, I just don't understand it anymore. I don't understand who the fuck is booking these matches. I have no understanding of why they want to or how. It's just the more I look, like it's like looking into the fucking abyss. It's trying to understand their booking philosophy is just staring into the abyss with WWE.
They legitimately have to fucking hold a gun to their head to fucking actually try. That WWE is like Randy Orton in the ring. You have to really fucking like threaten them and put work in to make them want to fucking work.
The last thing I want to say is, didn't it seem like they planted some guys in the crowd with like Bullet Club shirts or something? Doesn't it seem like that? Because they kept like holding the camera on those guys for like a while, especially when they were talking about it, like, oh yeah, we're not going to mention the company, but you see that we have like Bullet Club fans that are here that are watching this, right? You know, like maybe you other smart fans should start watching us again. Like, we're doing matches that you want to see, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was taking away from that, because they kept holding it on. And I was just like, oh, yeah, I think this guy's a plant. I really think that guy's a plant.
Well,
because they know they kept going at the one guy that was wearing an American Nightmare shirt. I was like, this is too much. This is too many times that they've done this.
And I did kind of like what AJ did at the end, where when he threw the single up, where he the signal, the fucking Turkish wolf, whatever you want to call it, Silent Coyote. When he threw it up, at first he did the one sweet, and then like he threw the pinky up to do the two sweet, but like he intentionally did the one sweet, which I know it's not out of like ill will, because these guys are still friends with all the Bullet Club guys. They did that because they're like, hey, let's acknowledge what we did before here. In which, supposedly, there's some rumor that, like, Finn lost to Kane on Raw because, Vince wasn't happy that they did it too sweet. Nah, I don't believe that 1 minute. I don't buy 1 second. Finn was gonna lose regardless on the next night.
Well, he lost on a fucking regular. Like,
he lost on a Raw without the pain to a guy that's feuding with fucking the
Braun Strowman,
who's still being heavily pushed. But speaking of Braun getting pushed, they added a whole new meaning to Braun getting pushed in this match.
God.
We go to the main event, which was The Miz, Cesaro, Sheamus, Kane, and Braun Strowman against Dean, Seth, and the uncle that was happy to be there with his boys.
Yeah, I think it was just overcrowded as a match. I think they got it to work, but personally, I think they try to crowd too much into this match.
They changed the match. Listen, this match stunk because like the whole idea of like taking Kurt Angle away was fantastic, but that whole period there, where like they're just like, it almost looked like a Royal Rumble match waiting for like the next entrant to come out, like where they're just standing around and like taking turns kicking fucking Dean and Seth for like 10 minutes, not going for a pin, nothing. That stunk of. Well, this was the time slot where Roman Reigns all gives us Superman punches.
Yeah.
That's what that fucking match stunk of. It stunk of, yeah, we all would have been fucking speared and Superman punched like 10 minutes ago. So the problem I had with this match was they tried to adapt. They did. But they fucking had a lot of plot holes in this that stunk of, yeah, we needed Roman to be here, which you really didn't. You really didn't. You know, like, and the fact that, not for nothing, I hope they learned the lesson of, even if, listen, you can have Brock Lesnar in there, you have, I don't care who the fuck it is. Next time you want to do a match where it's like, oh, let's do a handicap match. You don't make it fucking 3-on-5. You don't. Because then when I saw those 5 guys again, I'm like, oh, what is this, Survivor Series? Like, I just kept thinking like it was Survivor Series. I'm like, because that's the only time you see fucking 5 guys come together and come out with a strategy to win a match. And I don't know. And in theory, to have, I hate to say it.
What was up with the garbage truck? What was up with the garbage truck? Really think about this. They already took out Kurt Angle. They had Seth Rollins and they had Dean Ambrose. So they're bringing them over to the garbage truck. Now they throw them into the garbage truck. What happens? You don't win the match. They're in the fucking garbage truck.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you pin them? What, are you gonna pick the garbage truck? That made no fucking sense. And they stood on this for a fucking long ass time, and then they had this weird nonsensical turn with Kane, where he starts attacking Braun Strowman, and that was one of the coolest spots. Was when he threw him through the fucking stage, and then all the chairs like ended up falling on him. That was cool. They did this whole thing. It, like, to lead up to it, it was fucking stupid. Like, the garbage truck wasn't needed. In hindsight, that they needed it because they needed to put Braun Strowman in so that they'd have something to restrain him.
I thought that were if that was the purpose all along, I thought that was okay.
That was okay. Okay, and I'm gonna ask you. Do you really think that, like, the stretcher thing in WWE and during main events has been overdone to death by this point?
Oh, there's a bear shit in the woods?
Yeah, no, I'm so fucking sick of the fucking, oh, he's dead. He's not getting back up. He needs, like, medical attention, like, quick.
You know what?
What?
It would have been hokey as fuck. But you know what I thought was happening? I thought the reason why they were doing that, like, to get rid of Angle, was So, well, it was so he could come out to the music, yes, but I thought the reason was he was going to come out without the Shield gear and come out in a singlet. That literally is what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was, okay, he's going in the back to take the pants off and the singlet, and he's coming out to be a fucking American hero. Because I'm going to be honest, as it was funny to see Angle come down the ramp with the shit-eating grin with Dean and Seth, I really, really, really felt like, how do I put it? I honestly felt like it really is like, it's stupid for someone to come back after 11 years. You haven't been in the WWE ring in 11 years, and oh, we're gonna put him in like in a modernized gimmick, you know, attire that wasn't even fucking thought of when he was around. No, I'm sorry, you don't do that. You don't. The Shield, it is what it is, but I mean, I don't know. I would have preferred him to come out in the fucking straps anyway. And if they did the thing where he went in the back and came out as the guy with the singlet, yeah, would have been hokey, of course. But would have everyone popped for it? Of course. Then it would have made sense for to bring him in the back. But I don't know, man. It's
oh no, you know what would have been even better? He came out with the singlet and the gold medals.
Yeah, I would have been like, all right, fine, whatever.
You know what it would have got over? A neck injury. No, I'm not saying this to be like fucking stupid, like or trying to be funny. I'm saying it like they have him. You know how like his fucking catchphrase is I did this with my broken freaking neck. You know, like, wouldn't that have been fucking amazing if they were like, when they were carting him out, everyone was like saying, oh, I think it's his neck. I think he re-injured the neck he's always had issues with. And he comes back out and you see him in the fucking neck brace with the gold medals and the fucking the singlet.
Yeah.
He's just fucking. He starts angle slamming everybody.
Or like he goes to accidentally like angle slam, like an indie spot almost, where like he angle slams everyone, and then like Dean he doesn't look at Dean, but he like goes to grab him. And Dean's like, whoa, 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 and Angle's like, oh, I'm sorry, I got carried away there. Or cause like they do that a lot in indie wrestling, where a guy will he'll be on the apron and he'll be like wrenching guys' arms, or like he'll do a move and then like he like isn't paying attention and he's actually hitting his partner. So they could have did some comedy like that, because Angle's good for comedy sometimes too.
Yeah.
Now listen, I know Strowman and Kane isn't sound like a feud people want to really watch, but, and I know if this is the official babyface turn for Braun, yeah, it's kind of lame, but to get him out of this match was the convenient thing to do. I mean,
yeah, because then they would have no way of explaining how he's not like breaking up the pin.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, and also too, I don't know. I think the Kane fucking Strowman thing was a little forced as well. Like, it really was. Like, oh, he hit him with a chair. Oh, he pushed him. Oh, they hit each other again. Oh, well, time for Kane to go fucking batshit crazy. No, that's stupid. There should have been you know what it should have been? When Miz came out there on Raw and said, okay, our fifth guy is Kane, and then on the pay-per-view, Braun should have ran up to Miz and go, I don't want him on my team. and then like he's like, I'm the only monster, and then like him and Kane bicker the entire pay-per-view to build to this. Not, oh well, we're a bunch of hotheads, we're a bunch of dumb meatheads. Like you can't have a guy who's 6 weeks away from running for fucking Knox County mayor. Acting like a meathead. Acting like a stupid meathead. Oh, he pushed me, so I'm gonna fucking throw a dozen chairs onto him and then throw him in a garbage truck. I'm a dumb meathead. But I'm also running for Knox County mayor.
Yeah. No, but you know what? To be honest, if I was doing it, I would have had Kane be rational. I would have had Kane come out and say, "Look, I want to beat Roman. He humiliated my brother."
Yeah.
And I would have rationalized it like this. My entire goal in life was to destroy my brother, and you did it. You were the one to destroy the one man I hated most in the world, the person that I wanted to destroy, the one I wanted to finally defeat. You took that from me. And then because Roman wasn't there, I would say, I'm going to show that then when you come back, I'm going to annihilate you. And I'm going to prove that by destroying the one man that's had your number. That's what I would have done to make that feud.
Yeah, it would have at least been more of an intricate fucking thing for them to do. There's more intricate fucking shit to it than, duh, I hit you with a chair and now we're angry at each other. They were fucking lazy.
Yep, that's what it is.
They're lazy,
let's be honest. Let's be honest. If Roman, they had to come up with something new. They had to come up with something new. They had, and because we both know this. It wasn't Miz that was taking this pin in this pay-per-view. And I'm betting you, it was supposed to be Roman. They were gonna do the triple power bomb, but it was supposed to be to Kane, and then Roman was gonna pick up the pin, and he would have been like, "Oh, I pinned the other brother destruction," and then you wouldn't have seen Kane again. But since he's gone, and Roman's gonna be out till November, they probably got Kane to come back, so they can do a whole feud where Braun defeats Kane, and he's like, "Well, now I'm the new Kane." Well, since Doucheman is the new Undertaker, I'm the new Kane.
I'm the new Kane. I'm the new Kane. But I don't care if Roman Reigns is the new Undertaker. I'm the new Kane. But yeah.
If they do that, I'm sorry. I love Braun Strowman, but if they utter those words, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I don't give a shit anymore. I like Braun Strowman. I love his character. But if they make him utter those words, I swear to God, the day of, I will fucking cancel my account. I will cancel my fucking WWE account.
Oh well, we're just gonna do the KTR topics on this stream, but before we wrap up this pay-per-view itself, I'm just gonna say, I mark my words. I want everyone to mark this down. I will fucking provide. I will provide a screenshot when it happens, if it does happen. But next month, if they do a fuck finish, if they actually do a fuck finish of Brock Lesnar losing to Jinder Mahal with getting tied to the fucking ring ropes or whatever, or getting counted out, if it reads Jinder Mahal by DQ, pinfall, fucking whatever the fuck beats Brock Lesnar, I'm canceling my subscription. Wholeheartedly, I say that 100%. That's what will entice me to fucking finally get rid of it. Now, am I saying that, all I'm saying, and what I'm saying with that, I want to clarify, does that mean, oh, he's going to stop watching WWE? I'm going to stop giving them money. Doesn't matter. You can watch WWE all you want. As long as you're smart about it and you don't fucking give them money to do it.
Yeah. Like, there's other ways of... There's other ways of looking at the WWE, but... No, I agree. To be honest, I the moment that you fucking give up on it, and you were a bigger fan of WWE for a longer time than I have. The moment you give up on it, I'm done with it too. Because you know what it is, man. A lot of people that I know that are personal friends of mine that were never wrestling fans, will never be wrestling fans, always, and have like a very blind viewing of wrestling. They always associate wrestling with WWE, which, that's fine. I mean, that's, it is the biggest fucking thing out there, but, not a lot of people know that there is more to wrestling outside of WWE, so when I see that, people are probably like, oh, he's done watching wrestling? No, I'm never going to be done watching wrestling. Wrestling's always going to be one of my favorite things. Basically, if by a guy like Jinder beating a guy like Brock Lesnar will eventually validate, because people can say, oh, can we believe in him yet? No, we can't, because it's still, you lost to Mojo Rawley in April, and you're beating Brock Lesnar? It doesn't matter if it's DQ or disqualification or count out or whatever. You're going over fucking the biggest ass kicker, who guys like Braun Strowman and Samoa Joe that we want to get behind, and you're gonna put him over? All because they gotta settle the money to the product to India, who don't give a fuck about him. I'm sorry, they fucking don't. No one gives a fuck about the product. To be honest, this product is so bad. We're seeing the lowest numbers in fucking like almost 20 years. The numbers for fucking pay-per-views, the numbers for
over 20 years. Because think about it, almost 20 years ago was the Attitude Era. Actually, this December,
we're seeing fucking new era. We're seeing like 95, 96 fucking like new era fucking numbers when it comes to like the
Monday Night Raw is gonna go back to being filmed from the Manhattan Center at this rate.
Yeah.
We're going old school. And
it's getting to that point though.
But to close this chapter real quick, we'll run right back to this. But let's do this quick. What do you give the final rating for TLC?
I think it was B. It was a really good pay-per-view.
I'll give it a solid C. I'll give it a solid C. The reason why I give it a C was the fin. Well, okay, you know what? I'll give it a B minus, because what they had to work with a shuffled around card, they did with the best they could within fucking 2 days of I put it to you this way: if Finn and Styles wasn't on this and Angle didn't make his return, probably would have given it a little lower rating, honestly. But because you had for the most part, you had decent women's matches. You had the Cruiserweights finally fucking shine in a tag match. You had AJ Styles and Finn had a pretty solid match. And the main event, for, whatever the fuck you want to say, had decent spots. It was weird, but it had decent spots. It had decent moments. So, yeah, I'll go B minus. But yeah, I'm gonna send you the synopsis right now. What we got for, because we're just gonna run this all here since it's really not a lot, and there's no point of doing 2 streams at this point. But yeah, to go back to what we were just talking about, I really, really think that WWE has to understand what will work in other countries, even if it does work. It's not going to work in the States where you normally run. If you're running in India more than once a year, okay, fine, yeah, go ahead. You know, like, all right, you're pushing a good amount of UK talent, right? You're doing, like, they did the UK title, and, you know, they have an influx of European wrestlers on the roster. Yeah, fine, because you actually run a few times a year in the UK. That's cool. No big deal. You have your Irish people. Fine, you go to Ireland. That's cool. You have your Japanese people. Yeah, you go to Japan. You have a good market there. Also, your only fucking competitor now is fucking the company from Japan. So, yeah, I get that, but like India, there's not a big market in India for, you know, in wrestling. Like, I don't know if there even are indies in fucking India, honestly.
Let's look that up.
Yeah. The most I know is that Great Khali has a school there. And that someone actually graduated from the school and went into the fucking Mae Classic. Other than that, I don't know if there's fucking indie wrestling in India, which would be funny. Alright, let's see. Indie wrestling in India. Or just type in pro wrestling. Yeah, alright, independent wrestling in India. India-based wrestling promotions. Wait,
they're mostly closed. Everything is closed. Everything. Almost everything. Wrestling companies in India. There's only maybe like 3 that are active. You have Wrestle Square active. You have FFW closed. IPW closed.
Insanity Pro Wrestling's from Indiana.
No, well, these are all companies that were over there. They either closed up shop or...
No, I'm looking. Heroes Legends in Indiana. Are you on Fandom? Or Pro Wrestling Wikia? Or whatever the fuck?
No, Wrestling.org. You have...
Oh, okay.
You have WWP. That's gone. The TNA fucking wrestling bullshit that they try to do, that's done. The only live shows you have are IPW, International Wrestling, Pro Wrestling, that does it in Mumbai. And then you got Ring Kala King and Freak Wrestlers, Fighters Wrestling.
Oh, you know what Ring Ka King is, right? I think that's done. Ring Ka King, I'm pretty sure it was TNA's Indian brand. Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah, it's done. Yeah, TNA.
Yeah, it was. It was. Get this. This is XFL level shit here. January 28th, 2002 was when it was founded, and it was defunct. April 22nd, 2012. It was started in 2012 and it ended in 2012.
Wow. Didn't they try to do another like TNA like India thing?
It didn't even, dude. It didn't even last 3 months. That was what was amazing about it.
Oh no.
And all I remember, and all I've ever seen of it, because they used to put like the videos out there on like their YouTube page or whatever, was like Scott Steiner just like throwing a fucking barricade around. Like that is all I even remember of watching like one of their shows. It was just like Scott Steiner just going fucking AWOL.
Oh, that's fucking amazing. That's fucking too. That's rich.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ. That's sad.
Yep. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. We're going down. Okay. We pretty much talked about Roman and Bray already getting their fucking diseases. But here's 2 things I brush on. So one thing I saw over the course of between Raw from Monday was what the date right. So Raw, as you know, did this invasion angle. Well, SmackDown did the invasion angle on Raw, and on WWE's page they put the post of like they put a post saying like Raw is officially under siege by SmackDown Live, and there was a woman who fuck it. Should I bring up the name of the nice lady that decided to post this?
No, don't.
Should I be nice? All right, I'll be nice.
Yeah, just be nice. Also, we don't want to get sued.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I mean, we already mentioned a lot of other shit on here. What else could happen? Oh, JK. But yeah. So this woman decides to write, and I quote, "Just canceled my subscription to the WWE Network. Watching the end of Raw and very disappointed in this storyline. What kind of example is this for the kids who love and admire WWE wrestlers? Have enjoyed many storylines in the past, but this was not fun or entertaining in any way." I
would have agreed with her after if she had ended her tweet at I canceled my subscription after watching Raw.
Yeah, that would have been like, all right.
I would have agreed with her up until that point, and then she had to write more, and now I'm like, you're an idiot.
Yeah, what example is this for kids? What example?
She was perfectly acceptable. It was perfectly acceptable when they showed Roman tried to murder Braun Strowman with by backing his truck up. And it was perfectly acceptable to call a woman that's a little bit older that she's an old lady. It's perfectly acceptable to explain to kids that Kurt Angle had an illegitimate child, and it's perfectly acceptable for an angry fat man to headbutt the crap out of a senior citizen to the point of bleeding, and then wishing his son died in a helicopter crash. So what?
I'm glad you're a lot more recent than I was, because although yes, that all did happen this fucking year. I hope this lady this lady probably doesn't know this company's history, but I'm gonna go ahead and play this little clip here because it is the 15th anniversary of.
And I'm gonna take what I always wanted. I hope that was as good for you as it was for me. What's that? I did? You're kidding me. I really did? I did? Oh my God. I did. I really did it. I really did. Blew your brains out.
Oh.
Eric, I almost want to go to your house and slap you for making me relive that. Oh my God.
Oh, happy 15th anniversary, Katie Vick.
Oh God. And at first, like when I started hearing it, I was like, "Is this Heidenreich?" And then I was like, "Oh." At the end of it, I was like, "Oh shit, it's Katie Vick, isn't it?" Oh, that's another. That's like within like I think those are probably the two most disturbing storylines. And that in the Lita abortion thing. Or no, the Lita miscarriage thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
how many years has it been since the Heidenreich thing? That had to be at least what 2002.
2004. Yeah, 2004.
So that's been like 13 years.
Yeah, 2004, 2005. It's like 12, 13 years. What else? Paul Bear. I think Paul Bear, getting drowned in cement was pretty bad, too. You know what? No shit, actually. When they did the thing with, Braun Strowman in the garbage truck, I actually thought of that for some reason. Because, like, the whole, like... Because I don't know if you caught this, but this is where, like, I got annoyed at the crowd. I forgot to mention this when we were actually talking about the pay-per-view. But, like, when they did the thing when, like, they engulfed Braun Strowman, the crowd was actually chanting attempted murder. They actually were chanting attempted murder.
Wow.
But, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's why you don't do pay-per-views in the fucking Midwest.
Hey, I'm still all for it. Let them fucking,
Can they take all the good talent and let them have the shitty talent if they're gonna do a podunk fucking territory? They're not even doing they're not even doing international wrestling anymore. All it feels like is a fucking Midwestern territory wrestling. Like this is bad Midwestern territory wrestling. This is not even I know WWE's bad, like, and has had bad fucking like moments, but Jesus Christ, I don't remember wrestling being this fucking bad for a very long time.
And it kind of sucks because we would have thought with the brand split that, like, oh, things will probably get better because guys will get pushed and, you know, there'll be more room for storylines between each show and, you know. But no, they totally fucked this brand split up. They really, really did. It just goes to show that WWE nowadays lost sight. They completely lost sight on how to fucking write their fucking product. And I'm not talking about the writers. Everyone wants to blame the writers. It's the people in charge. It's Vince. It's Stephanie. I know it's not really Triple H, because Triple H is still down in NXT. And while he's not really selling out buildings either with NXT, at least their product has some continuity to it. At least there's some sort of, like, you know, at least there's some sort of big fight feel or legitimacy to their big takeover events. Everything feels newsworthy. So I mean,
but we've mentioned this, and I think you said it before. It's like anything that happens in NXT kind of gets negated because any of the guys that are huge in NXT, hey, you go into Raw, or you go into SmackDown. Oh, you're not with the company anymore, are you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why NXT is kind of a dying breed, because everyone that got brought up from NXT fucking just gets fucking slandered.
No, but that's the whole thing of getting people to be excited for NXT is to see, hey, these are guys that are going to be like the next generation of like wrestlers, the next generation of WWE superstars, and you're supposed to go and want to watch that because you want to see what the hell they're gonna do once they hit the main roster, and the thing is, not a hell of a lot, and most of the guys get released within a couple of years. Vince doesn't get what the fuck the gimmick is, and Triple H is just left there scratching his head, going, Can we read some more of Japan's talent?
Yeah, I know. Like, I dread the day. I dread if they ever bring in fucking marquee guys from fucking Japan now. Like,
They. From what I've heard, the rumor is the Triple H has been trying to talk to Okada.
yeah, yeah.
Yo, you want to see what you want to see what the okay? If he's smart, he'll see what they did to fucking Nakamura, who was one of their biggest fucking talents. It was a guy that was like in terms of like hierarchy, he was like probably at one point he was like number 2 behind fucking Tanahashi, and you see what the fuck they did to him.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is Okada, right now, I'm pretty sure holds Okada officially. First off, is the longest reigning IWGP Heavyweight Champion there is. So, I don't know what it's like over there at WWE, but you know, last time I checked, the title actually means fucking something in Japan. Last time I checked, you know. But that's one thing. Second thing, fucking I'm pretty sure he's a millionaire. He's a millionaire and he's under 30 years old. He's still just about under 30 years old. So,
I'm not saying that I don't see him, but I think he's been in a situation where he had a company completely blow him off when he was in North America. And I don't think he'd want to go back because look at what they do with Japanese talent. Look what they've done to Nakamura. Guys that were mainstays in Japan go to WWE for a paycheck. They don't go there to be a top guy. I honestly think Nakamura thought he was gonna get over, that they were gonna have him do a bunch of matches with AJ and they were gonna have huge feuds, and I don't think he understood that when you go to WWE, it's not like Japan where Japan is like willing to put the belt on anyone regardless of color and have you go over Japanese guys. It doesn't work like that in WWE. If you're a big muscle Samoan or white dude, you're going over. That's it. If you're a guy that Vince thinks makes Pat Patterson fucking wet, you're going over.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And it's sad because you know what? If Okada ever went, he'd be turned away. He'd go to NXT. He'd be brought up. And I'm telling you, this would be the thing. They'd bring him up, and within a few months, he'd be stuck in the fucking mid card, or he'd be a jobber to whomever they're trying to get over at the time.
And I found his salary of 2016. It's $2.2 million.
Why would you want to leave? Why? What is Triple H gonna promise him?
Not for nothing. He lives there still. Why in the fuck? All right. If I'm in the country, right? It's okay. No, I'm just saying me. I'm just saying hypothetically speaking. You know, if you were living in a country, your own country you grew up in, you have your family there. I'm sure he has a girlfriend or a wife or whatever. Maybe a kid down the road. Okay, you have your family. Yeah, you have probably your parents are still around. You have you have everyone, all your friends there as well. You're making $2.2 million, or maybe even more now. 2017, I'm sure he's gonna get paid a lot more for the quality matches he's been having. So just say he's gonna make close to $5 million, right? You're pretty much a millionaire at this point. You're the fucking top of the food chain, longest reigning, and you're thinking, okay, I'm still young, and then WWE goes, hey, well, like, we're not gonna give you $5 million or $2 million. But we'll get, but we want you to move down to Florida. You're gonna go down to NXT, and then in about a year, you're gonna come up with us, and then you're gonna read off the scripts that we're telling you to write. Okay, pal? Where would you go? Yeah, fine. That sounds fantastic. Of course, I want to move to fucking leave everyone and go to Florida or make people come with me. Of course. No, fuck that.
It's the thing is, if Okada was like really old, he was like in his 40s, and he was like, oh, my time in Japan is up. I could see him going to WWE. Yeah. Like, Nakamura knew his time was up. I think he knew that he was going to be used as, like, enhancement talent. Or not like a jobber per se, but he wasn't going to be top guy anymore.
He eventually is. What Tanahashi is now is what he was going to be.
Yeah. Maybe Intercontinental Champion for a little bit, but he knew his time was up. So, the thing is, he booked, and I think he made the wrong decision because, to be honest, having the role that Tanahashi has now is a lot more respectful than you losing to fucking Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, when it comes down to it, this is my view of it. If you want to take the quick paycheck, by all means, because it's a quick paycheck. But if you're making a killing, and I'm betting you, Cody's probably told him fucking horror stories. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've had an exchange, especially when they did the whole G1 special in Long Beach. Obviously, they probably talked. He's probably said, no fucking way. He came from there. And he could but fucking Cody has probably more horror stories about the fucking company than anyone else.
Yeah, and also, too, I like how, like, Okada also went... When they did that, I like how Okada went backstage, and, like, there were people actually going up to him and fucking, like, excited as shit that he was there.
Yeah.
And then people were chanting his fucking name at the shows.
Dude, he right now there to my knowledge, there are two legitimate champions in the world. The first is Okada, and the other is Cody. Those are the two legitimate world champions. Those are the two lineages of belts that haven't been shit on. Until the NWA title is brought back to prominence, because that's been a belt that's been shit on for a very long time, and until they fixed that, because I know what's his face, he bought that company recently, and he's supposed to be trying to get people to come back to that brand. That what are they gonna do? Do they still have like a ton of territories that are attached to them, or is that just a one company now?
I don't know. NWA is a dead brand in my opinion. I'm gonna be blunt with it. It sucks to say, because I was obviously, I think a lot of us were kind of fans of NWA, but I don't know. I think it's a little dead in the water personally.
I feel like every time it tries to come back, somebody underneath in the banner decides to fucking like. It's like NWA is just like it's the ultimate babyface that gets like fucking backstabbed.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I was just trying to do good wrestling, and then somebody under the banner is like, no, we're gonna turn heel now, and just stab you in the back. We're gonna make our own brand now. Like, everyone's done it. Everyone has come out of NWA. You had WWF, WCW, the ECW, TNA. They've all done it.
Yeah. All these companies had that belt, and it's like, although, yes, it has its prestige and its lineage, but at the same time, it's like, the company itself really hasn't been the company or a governing body in so long. It's just, why now? That's my, and there's too much, and there's so much fucking wrestling. That's another thing. It's just, there's just so much fucking wrestling. But, I wanted to mention this real quick. I know I didn't listen to the synopsis, but, I got a little bit of a news tidbit here, and it's not long, from playing 2K, outside of all the glitches, is that I was doing a match with the Young Bucks, you know, I created them, and they have their move, the spike pile driver, where like the one jumps from the apron to the ropes, and
yeah,
they do like the assisted pile driver. Corey Graves actually announces it as the Meltzer driver.
Oh shit!
Like full on. He's like, "Oh my gosh, the Meltzer driver!" And if that isn't a thought right there of like, yeah, 2K gets it, then I don't know what to.
Oh yeah, 2K is probably huge fans of the fucking. To be honest, it's the developers the people that develop the games are probably huge fucking fans. Dude, they're the ones that come up with the good ideas, and I think WWE is the one that's like, oh, we don't get it, but if you want to put it in the game, fine.
Dude, like, not for nothing. If you really like think about it, the WWE games, for all as much as we like to crack on them for what they are sometimes, they still have blood in there. They still have pile drivers. They still have chair shots to the head. They have any weapon to the head. They still have flaming tables. So they have shit in there that WWE hasn't done in a long ass time. But more so, they have these little glimpses and instances of like shit sprinkled in that is not improved by WWE. For instance, you have, when you create a character, they actually have the announced name for Kenny Omega. So if you have a Kenny Omega custom character, when they come out, they actually say Kenny Omega. Same thing with CM Punk. Same thing with Nick Jackson or Matt Jackson. Of course, they don't have the Japanese guys in there, like Okada and all that. Of course they don't, but you know, they do have like some of these guys' moves and all that shit, and they actually have Tanahashi, which is weird. They don't have Tanahashi's announced name, but they do have his actual entrance where he plays air guitar. So, and it's his legitimate entrance. So, and they also have Pentagon Jr.'s entrance as well, where there's the Cero Miedo, without actually physically doing the actual hand gesture. So they actually do, like 2K actually does incorporate other forms of wrestling in their games, which is fucking fantastic. It goes to show that they're even like, yeah, there is more to wrestling than just this fucking garbage that we're forced to make.
You know what? The thing is, like, Japan has the ability, because they've made friends with, because they've gotten Namco to fucking like do add them into the game. I'm like surprised and I'm kind of shocked that they haven't gone to Bandai and said, look, we have all this untapped market in Japan, we have untapped market in the West, why don't we make a deal? You could make a video game and action figures.
Yeah.
Why? Like that and Ring of Honor could get in on that. You know, like you could have a whole bunch of like Ring of Honor and New Japan Bandai customs. You know, have these Bandai fucking just, you don't have to go really crazy with them. You know, like have them be like maybe like $20-$30. You know, like how the elites are. You know?
Yeah, kind of how like a Mattel Elite is. Exactly. You know, and go the extra mile with like the clothes and everything. Pretty much make them in the scale of the Mattel figures, because I feel like the selling point of them Because think about it. Nowadays, when it comes to like, all right, like the selling point back in the day for wrestling figures between like WWF and WCW was the idea of, oh, these guys are in somewhat similar scale, so we could kind of cross them. So, whereas like when TNA came out with their fucking shit, and then WWE had their shit, it was like, yeah, none of this is in scale with each other. So what's the point? It's either one collection or the other.
No, it's just like it makes sense. Like it would make sense for them to come out with like the 6-inch figure, and have Bandai makes model kits. They make action figures. I don't understand why they haven't gone and sought out this as a contract, because I think it's one of the biggest things that WWE has on everyone else. They have the marketing. They have the ice cream bars and the toys and the video games and the fucking ring play sets and all this other shit. And no one else has gone and said, clicked in their brains and go, hey, marketing. Wrestling is more than just the t-shirts.
Well, okay, alright, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because right now, they're doing well with the t-shirts. And right now, the only thing that's close to any Ring of Honor or Japan figures is whatever that website, Wrestling Superstore, is doing, or figures toy company, where they have those $30 fucking Jax clone figures that have loose joints and they're completely out of date and out of scale, and a lot of them don't look like the actual fucking wrestler. Like, they have like figures of Kenny Omega, they have figures of the Bucks. They have
but if I
Michael Hogan.
Look, if I was in Ring of Honor, if I was the one of the people in Ring of Honor, and I would go to Japan and say, look, you have an untapped market. You have a lot of fans. We have people that would buy these figures. I would come up with a prototype. I would go to Bandai and say, look, we want to make a joint game. We're going to call it Ring of Honor versus New Japan. Champion versus champion. You could have fucking Cody on the box running at Okada, and you could have the rest of the, you get like behind them you have the rest of the Bullet Club, and you have Chaos, and they're all like kind of colliding at each other, and then in the back of the box you could have Naito or something, or you could have like a different, like you could come up with a really cool, and you don't even need to make it like a simulator wrestling game. You can make it like an arcadey kind of game, like how Superstars was.
All Stars, you.
Yeah, All Stars. Yeah.
I would do it like pretty much like I would. I know everyone's marks out for the No Mercy engine. I would be fine if they took what THQ and Ukes did with SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, or those, like the early SmackDown games where it was like fast paced, archaic, you know, like things like that. I think that would be a good fucking flow to it. Where it's like, oh, I did a brainbuster, and, you know, the guy fucking comes up, and, you know, now he's doing a fucking shooting star press, and, you know, like, just really fucking fast-paced, crazy shit. I think something like that would be fucking fun.
You could be, like, and I think you could do that. You could have a band, go to Bandai, work out the deal. That's all they need to do. I really do think they just need the marketing behind them. The marketing behind them, have these people go out, go do like a whole press tour with, like, when the game comes out, have like your Japan guys, your top Japan guys go, Ring of Honor guys go to the press conferences, have like a fucking Bullet Club show up and like get into like a work shoot fight with the fucking other guys, you know. Have that happen. You know, you can blow up the fucking, like, if you start getting everybody into this, like, social media and everything. I mean, like, don't go crazy. Don't, like, I mean, like, TNA had a fucking video game, and look how well that worked out for them. But, yeah, you know, they need to really put some effort into the brand, because they have next to no marketing in the U.S. other than the Young Bucks have done with like their merchandising and the shirts, and I think they are really hurting on Vince. I think he's legitimately afraid of him.
Yeah, for indie guys that are fucking making that much money to be able to buy a house, I mean, they're doing something fucking right there. Whereas, I gotta segue into this quick, and there's a few other tidbits we gotta touch on before we split. But there's a release of the women's pay in WWE. The place where they're giving a women's revolution and all that, or this everything. So I'm gonna run through quick some of the women that are listed here of all their pay salaries, and is it really worth it to be a women's wrestler sometimes in WWE? You be the judge. So we got Bayley at $200,000, Charlotte at $300,000, Alicia Fox at $90,000, Dana Brooke at $90,500. Emma at $75,500, Nia Jax at $109,475, Paige at $86,450, Sasha at $200,000, Summer Rae at $120,500. Why she makes that much is beyond me. Natalia at $225,000, and at Nikki Bella $551,725.
What? She gets paid more than fucking Charlotte? Are you fucking for real?
And the best part, the contract says 2-year contract, full time. Where the fuck is she? If she's full time? Where is she?
I guess
they're counting Total Divas. I know.
Yeah, that's
I know. That don't fucking that don't fucking count. I mean,
but
the one problem I will give.
Her full-time job is John. Her full-time job is John, and I'm gonna have a baby with John, and he doesn't know it yet. But I'm gonna have a baby with him, and it'll be the new superstar. It's gonna be the new.
They're not gonna have kids. I'm telling you right now, they're not gonna have kids. He doesn't want kids because he sees them die all the time.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh my God! I've said some brutal shit, but that's hitting the nail on the head.
I know it's pretty dark to say. I mean, but dude, not for nothing. If you're doing Make-A-Wish all the time, and like you're just like not for nothing, WWE does this thing with Connor's Cure, and I prefer it over Sujin G. Coleman because that company's a bunch of fucking horse shit. But I'm fine with what they do with Connor's Cure, but like Daniel Bryan is always like thinking about this kid Connor that he met, who was a big fan of Daniel Bryan. John Cena deals with this shit all the fucking time, of all these kids that love him, and like they're not there. And I know it's dark and it's fucked up to say, but it's kind of reality, and it's a dark, morbid reality. And like if you're a guy who's in their 40s and you think you may not trust your genetics that great, so you might think, well, what the fuck would happen if I have a kid and this happens? I kinda don't blame him. If that's the case, I don't blame him if he doesn't want to have a kid because he's afraid of fucking raising it, and then it's just something goes wrong, and he has to bury his child. That's the worst thing you could do as a parent. It's the worst thing you could do as a human being is to fucking bury your child. So I don't blame him for not wanting to have children.
I think Triple H would bury his child.
Okay, you see what I mean? You see what I mean? I say something that's like a genuinely dark thing to say that actually has an explanation behind it. You just make a fucking really bad joke. You make a really bad joke.
And I did it with my shovel. Vince told him to do it.
Oh my god.
You're going in the hole with the dog shit. I mean Booker T. I mean the dog shit.
Anyway, on to other topics. Fuck. Speaking of dog shit, Global Force is officially gone from Impact. Goodbye.
Goodbye. And here's your guitar.
I forgot what show I was listening to, but there was a show where it was making a joke where it was like Elias Sampson has broken like 99,999 guitars less than Jeff Jarrett. He's already drawing a dime.
Oh my god.
I forgot what show I was listening to recently. The Don, Tony, and Kevin Hassel show mentioned it, yeah. But yeah, they're kind of right. He's not drawing a whole lot of money yet, but, you know. Now what the fuck are they gonna call themselves?
I think they're still calling themselves Impact.
Yeah, for like the 20th millionth time?
Until they like another company buys them up and then like tries to. I don't know, dude. At this point, I just feel bad for the guys that are still stuck with that fucking company. And I found out it isn't actually, they're not doing like a frozen pizza. It's like a it's supposed like it's a restaurant brand and they're making like a pizza. It's in Canada though, of all fucking places. That's as far removed from your actual fan base as you can possibly fucking get. All our fan base is like in the fucking like southern states, and you probably have no fucking fan base as far up as like I guess like Montreal, Winnipeg, or something. And it's a pizzeria. It's a pizza that's like fucking pulled pork, and the other one's like egg and something else. Yeah, it's like Impact, where the flavors make no fucking sense. And then they have an alcoholic. You know what the drink that we were making fun of is actually just a fucking alcoholic drink.
I'm gonna buy it. Fuck that.
I'm gonna look this up. I was reading it before.
Fuck that. What is it? Fucking O'Doul's?
No, it has like fucking like tequila or some shit in it.
No, it's
yeah.
It's fucking O'Doul's. Let's see, Impact Wrestling drink. Let's see what comes up.
Oh no, it's only in Ottawa. Only in Ottawa.
I hate the name of that. Impact Wrestling and Crust and Crate Fast Fired Pizza Pub. Join press conference. Oh yeah, it's in Ottawa. Yeah.
It's only in Ottawa. What? Why? Why would you put it only in Ottawa?
Wait,
what was the point?
Bobby Lashley's still with the company? I thought he was gone.
I thought so too.
Thought he was gone. Whatever. Whatever. I like Bobby Lashley, but don't. Yes. In other news, let's see what else we got here. Good guy there, Davey Boy Jr., who's in a car with his mom Diana, stop a woman from committing suicide who was on a bridge.
How old is Davey Boy Jr.?
He's gotta be in his 30s. Probably, I'd say early to mid 30s.
Does he actually wrestle?
Killer Elite Squad? Oh yeah, you have. I don't know if you've been watching Japan lately.
No.
Yeah, he's in Suzuki Gun.
Oh yeah. I remember you told me about that. He joined
Yeah.
recently, right?
Yeah, him and Lance Hoyt, Lance Archer, whatever. Yeah, Lance Archer. Him and yeah, they're the Killer Elite Squad.
Okay.
I think they're the tag champs right now.
Wait, they beat who's wait, the heavyweight tag
Yeah,
champs or the
yeah.
Oh shit, they beat wait, who was the champions before them? War Machine?
They've been doing a triple threat match. Like they're kind of doing like an Usos New Day feud, but it's with War Machine, the Guerrillas of Destiny, and Killer Elite Squad.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's weird that they're doing a fucking triple threat.
Yeah, but it's been like a big feud been going on now for at least a month or two.
What was their last pay-per-view?
King of Pro Wrestling. I want to say it was a week or two ago.
I'm sorry. To be honest with Japan, I fucking like once you get past the G1,
it is hard. I know it's
kind of hard to follow like the smaller pay-per-views because there's less going on.
Yeah, they are the current champs. Yeah. All right, they won them in Destruction in Kobe, which was on the 24th. That wasn't their most recent pay-per-view, but they did do a recent card where it was like Evil against Okada, and you know.
That's weird that they're doing Evil versus Okada.
It's a time filler. It was a way. It was like a tease that like LIJ was going to be feuding each other because they also did Ishii against Naito. And our last piece of news that we got here is Jericho and Kenny Omega get into a little of a Twitter war. Jericho saying that Kenny Omega is overrated, and Omega saying that he looked up to Jericho. Getting a little thing, and it looks like there's rumors flying around that on Jericho's cruise that he's going to do, his Rock and Wrestling cruise, that we might see Kenny Omega against Chris Jericho in a one-off match.
On the cruise?
He's supposedly on the cruise, yes. Which,
oh man,
if that doesn't entice people enough to fucking go spend a lot of money, that's something you spend a lot of money for in pro wrestling. Something that will probably never happen again.
Also, they probably go hang out with fucking Chris Jericho for about a week.
Yeah. I want to see when this thing is. Oh, it's actually this Saturday. Yeah, it's actually this Saturday I'm reading. Or no, I'm sorry. No. It's alright, it's October 27th in 2018. Okay, yeah, it's next year. So all right. So I don't know if they would wait that long. But they are teasing at some point a one-off match between Jericho and Omega. Which, hey, why not? I'll take it. I'm actually reading some of the names that they're having on this. This is pretty fucking cool. They got let's see. They got DDP, Big Foley, Ricky Steamboat. Oh, I'm going, Bubby! Rey Mysterio, Raven, Fozzy, just a band King, Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons, The Dives, Jim Brewer, fuck yeah, Shoot the Thrill, Blizzard of Ozzy, Dave Spivak Project, Busted Open Radio, which is a podcast, Keep It 100 podcast with Conan, Killing the Town podcast with Lance Storm and Cyrus, Beyond the Darkness podcast, and more to be announced. And Ring of Honor is also a part of it as well. So Ring of Honor is featuring some wrestling. So hey, man, that's that's pretty cool. And it says it's limited to 2,300 people. So fuck it.
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's something you fucking go to. Fuck, I'm sorry, fuck Mania.
I kind of agree with you on that.
Yeah. I mean, you know, there's this suspended fucking cruise with a bunch of wrestlers that you never really get to hang around with more than like a 5-minute, if that, autograph signing. Yeah, why not? And then probably see a once-in-a-lifetime match.
Yeah.
So, with that, we're gonna end this this AM Thunder episode, which is also a little bit of a mini KTR here. Provide me an outro, good sir.
Okay.
And while he does that, I'm gonna get out my my plugs. I'm gonna read it off here. Let's see. Plugs. Our good friend of the show, Chad Flatt of the Pro Wrestling Weekly on thefanspodcast.com. Also, Retro with the Stro on VocNation.com. Where our good friend Rob Kellum, aka the Maestro, live Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is on VocNation.com. Wrestling Soup on Mixlers Thursday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also Friday mornings on the download if you can't listen to them live on iTunes and Stitcher. We are also on iTunes and Stitcher, at as well as emwcreations.com/KTR. Go to Facebook.com/Kayfabe Talk Radio, and also like us on like us on
I got
YouTube.
that one for Kurt.
Yeah. Like us on YouTube. Subscribe to us. We are here every Wednesdays for the most part on 10:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time ish. And on Twitter, you could like us. You could follow me on Twitter at EricTheRed211. Follow J.R. Earl's Art on Twitter and give him some shit for not showing up. And Twitter.com. Mr_Bonecell for all your gripes and complaints on the show. If you're one of the guys that attended Minneapolis's TLC pay-per-view, Pat would love to speak with you.
Yes.
Until next time, keep it kayfabe.
Bitches.
America.